What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another Netflix movie review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Netflix has released a brand new animated movie to celebrate the 4th of July weekend, and we are talking about America, the Motion Picture. This movie is directed by Matt Thompson, the guy behind Archer, that animated series on Fox, and many producers of this movie, including Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and the voice cast to this movie is insane. You got Channing Tatum, Simon Pegg, Andy Samberg, Bobby Moynihan, and Olivia Munn, and so much more talent. A chainsaw-wielding George Washington teams up with beer-loving bro Sam Adams to take down the Brits in a tongue-in-cheek riff on the American Revolution. 4th of July weekend always brings us a new movie, and Netflix is celebrating this movie, and I didn't know anything about this movie going in, if I'm completely honest, when it comes to Netflix releases. I checked this movie was coming out, looked it up, and didn't know what I was going to get myself into. The big obvious things that drew my attention to this movie was the insane talented voice cast like Channing Tatum, Simon Pegg, Andy Samberg. Those are really lovable, respectable names. And it also looked like this parody comedy animated film, picking back and changing events that happened in American history with our founding presidents, like George Washington. And another thing is Phil Lord and Chris Miller were involved in the producing team. I didn't hate this movie. I didn't love it. I just thought it was meh. It's an okay movie. I was kind of disappointed, especially with Phil Lord and Chris Miller kind of being behind this movie, because they have produced some great animated hits. Channing Tatum is a very charismatic actor. I love when he pops up in different movie roles. And then here is George Washington. He's very charismatic, witty, and insane. Picture in this animated movie, George Washington wielding chainsaws. That's freaking awesome. It's just so cool and entertaining to watch George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, John Ford, Thomas Edison, all these iconic American founding fathers and presidents in this one movie. You also have Abraham Lincoln in here playing a big part, and Olivia Munn, Bobby Moynihan voicing characters, and the camaraderie between the team is definitely likable. It seems like they're having a good time. But I gotta say, my favorites of the voice cast were our villain characters. Benedict Arnold was this cool, over-the-top villain character, and just this insane British war veteran, and I just think Andy Samberg does a great job as the voice role. This villain's insane, cuckoo, especially in the final act. He knows what he is. And you have Simon Pegg voicing King James, this big, fat king that sits on his ass on his throne all day, floating chair, whatever. And Simon Pegg's great. I freaking love the guy. The action in this movie does not play around. If you watch the trailer for this movie, it is insane. Picture Archer, Invincible, and Avengers all into one movie. Like, that is this movie, America the Motion Picture. It is not a kid's movie, it is an adult film. And I like how the filmmakers were self-aware in what they were producing to us. Like, they know what they were making, not the greatest film in the world, just this entertaining comedy spoof, just rehashing American history and just making a fun time all around. The comedy is very hit or miss. It is like a steaming boil water, and it's either hot or cold. There's funny jokes and not funny jokes. The first two acts are kind of rough. I was checking my watch, getting uninterested at times, and then it picked things up by the final act. That is an issue. If you can't make me laugh in the first act of the film, then that's a problem. While it was cool, the final act kind of felt like Avengers Endgame meets Return of the King meets Ready Player One. It feels like an overabundance of characters in here and different storylines that are out of nowhere. Again, this all falls in the screenplay. I felt like the script was the biggest issue with this movie. While there are these great ideas involved and just this concept alone is really interesting, it just couldn't pull together, and the payoff and the caring about these characters just wasn't there. Before I give you guys my final overall thoughts on America the Motion Picture, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you enjoyed my thoughts on this movie, definitely hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot. And consider clicking that subscribe button for movie reviews every week. There's tons of reviews dropping this weekend, guys. If you love movies, let's talk about movies. Hit that like and subscribe button and join this wonderful community of movie lovers. America the Motion Picture is a meh movie all around. There's funny parts, there's not funny parts, but it's a cool little satire that understands what it is. If you want to get some friends together on 4th of July weekend, watch a crazy movie that just doesn't care enough about story, then I would say check the film out. On my rating scale, I'm going to give America the Motion Picture a C-. There you have it, guys. That was my thoughts on America the Motion Picture. What did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it? If you've seen it, did you think it was okay? Or did you absolutely hate it? Let's talk about it in the comments. Guys, we got a lot of movies dropping this 4th of July weekend. I mean, we got The Forever Purge. Oh boy, of course I gotta see that. And we got The Tomorrow War, the new Amazon Prime Chris Pratt movie. And you got The Boss Baby 2. Seriously, look forward to all those reviews dropping this weekend, guys. You seriously are all the best. Have a great 4th of July, guys. Celebrate it well, stay safe, and all my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!